all about you. So I'm actually trying not to film anybody but me. It's because I'm trying to finish up a college class. And so I might use this a little bit for that time. So did anybody remember, raise your
hand.
Does anybody remember how we get to speak in the class? Yes, I see your hand.
If you raise your hand.
If you raise your hand, right. Same thing with our instruments. Our instruments have to follow that rule too. Can the instruments raise their hand?
No.
Yes, sir, I see you.
No. And also, can I tell you something after we're done with this, please?
Yes, yes, thank you for waiting. It takes patience sometimes, doesn't it, in your classrooms?
I'm not really a patience guy.
So I wonder... Oh.
Well, sometimes I can be patient.
I know.
It's like this much percent of me to be patient.
You ought to be a teacher someday, because we have to be both ways. Some days we have to be patient, and some days we have to keep going the whole time.
Yeah.
So, to make a long story short, it's kind of hard for an instrument to raise their hand, right? So we just help the instruments out. That's our job as instrumentalists. We have to have much self-control with our instruments. And so when you put an instrument in front of you in the classroom today, you have to not pick it up. Class, class, class. What do you do with your instrument when you go to get it? And to put it down. Yes, I see your hand. You gently put it down in front of you. The number one way that instruments get heard in the music class, and I see your hand, we'll answer it in just a second, is to not put it hardly or harshly on the floor in a tapping way or anything like that. You may tap it with your hand or on your body using your whole instrument, but you may not use the floor. That is very dangerous for the instruments. They go to the hospital and things like that when you do that. All right, so we're going to start off our song with our classroom with a party, okay? When you go into a party and you are just entering in, what do you usually do? When you're going into someone's house or you've been invited to a birthday party? Yes, sir, I see your wonderful hand.
You say hello to the person that invited you to the house.
Very good. You say hello. Can anybody show me how you might say hello? Just as a gesture without using your... Yes, can you show me? Yeah, that's a great idea. Anybody else have an idea that's different? Somebody that hasn't gotten to answer. Yes, ma'am. Oh, that's a cute one. I love that. Are there any big grand gestures we can think of? Yes, ma'am. Two hands, very good. How about in past noble cultures? Does anybody have an idea about that? Yes, sir. Making a little hello like that with your nose?
No.
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Or your whole face. I
meant like this, but sometimes when I smile, it squeezes my eyes. My face is kind of small.
That's right. He squeezed up his face. Yes, ma'am, you were saying.
In our Philippine culture, we say hello po.
You say hello, folk? We're going to learn one language today. One language outside of English. Most of us speak English. This is an immersion school. What other languages do you emerge with here? Anything specifically? Raise your hand if you know. Mostly we speak English. And if it is another language, we call that another dialect or language representing another culture or country.
Wait, I know another way to say it.
Okay, hold on just a second. We're going to ask if anybody else has an idea. Yes.
What was the question again?
How might you say hello in a different culture? We're thinking outside of the box now. Yes. Hola. Hola. Like that. Yes, exactly. Yes. And yes, we got a boy.
The Asian way they do it is they rub their nose together.
Oh, do they really? In the Asian way, they rub noses together. Wow. We might have to not do that one because of, we don't want to, the germs factor is really high in Anchorage right now. So we want to not, hopefully, be rubbing faces or noses right now at school time, just so that we can keep our viruses down. Yes, go ahead.
In China, they say ni hao.
They say ni hao. Oh, have you ever in olden times seen anything like
Yeah. We always do that to impress girls.
Oh, or in this particular party game, yes, and I see your hand. Just a moment, please. In this particular party game, it's pretty fast. You have a certain part of the music. But the most important thing, what did we talk about at the beginning of class that we're not going to do in class? Yes, ma'am. We're not going to blurt. So you can make any gesture that you want as you're locomoting and moving around, okay? But you may not use your mouth. Exactly. Okay, hands down. We need to learn the dance really fast. Hands down. Okay, just a minute. Hands down. We need to lose. We need to lose that. We need to. Yes. All right. If it's an emergency. Okay. If it's an emergency only. So at the very beginning of the song, we're going to learn a Russian language. Okay. Can you say with me? Раз. Два. Three. And that means kind of in this party game, ready, set, go. Okay, let's say it. Раз, два, три. Раз, два, три. Раз, два, три. That's pretty close. And it's also going to have something at the very beginning that says, Sasha, Sasha. I believe that is the name of the dance. It may be the name of a person. It might have originated with that because it kind of sounds like a name to me. Yes, sir.
My uncle is named Sasha.
Really? So Sasha is a guy's name. Cool. I did not know that. And it sounded like a girl's name to me. So I named my kitty Sasha. She's a girl. So Sasha, Sasha, раз, два, три. Ready? And here we go. Sasha, Sasha, раз, два, три. So what are we going to do with our finger on that? Anybody watching? Yes, I see your hand. We're going to take one finger and we're going to say Sasha, Sasha, раз, два, три. Now you're going to have very many partners because this is like you want to say hello to everybody in the group. Can we say no to a partner? Is that kind? No. You're going to be milling around. You're going to be locomoting around pretty fast like this. Saying you're without making a word. And you're going to be listening for the Sasha, Sasha, раз, два, три. Раз, два, три. I'm going to get it right by the end of the class, hopefully. Stand up and find a random partner. Go back to your original places. Huh. I wonder if any of the really smart kids in this classroom, really kind kids, detected something that we're not supposed to do. Yes, I see your hand. Yes, and you're right together there. Talking. Can you do what you just did without talking? Go. Wow, that was great. Raise your hand if you do not have a partner. We want everyone to have a partner here. May I put you all together right here? Yes, there you are. So, have any of you played right here? Yep, there you go. And do you have a partner? Okay, we need partners of 2 on this game. So right here, it's going to be really fast. Do you need a partner? Anybody not have a partner? Oh, I think right here. Here we go. All right, so how many of you have played the patty cake? Right.
Patty cake, makers,
Yep, so may I borrow you as a partner, please? So on this song, you're going to go right. Look, watch. Eyes, no ears, and no mouth. Ready? Put your right hand up. Say, oh, I'm going to teach it to you. Ready? And here we go. Right. And then you switch, left, 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 and then together. Together, 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 and lap, lap, lap. Do it with me, ready? And here you go. Right across, left across, together, and lap. Let me see you do it by yourself. Go ahead with your partner. Ready, and here we go. Right, 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 left, left, left. Together, 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 and lap, lap, lap. 2 times. Voices are off. 2 times. Ready? And here you go. Right, right, right. Left, left, left. Together, 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 and clap, clap, clap. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you've ever done a do-si-do.
What?
A do-si-do. Who can show me?
I think I kind of remember, but I can't remember.
Show me your do-si-do. There's 2 different ways to do do-si-do. There's a do-si-do where you take your shoulders and you kind of go past your shoulder and you go around. And there is another kind of do-si-do type gesture that people know of. May I borrow you again? Or I borrowed you. May I borrow you now? How about if we link up right arms and we make a little circle around each other? With your right hand, and then you're going to do it with your left hand. So may I borrow you? Watch. Not now. Watch. Ready? And here we go. Right, left, left, left. Together, 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 and left, left, left. Right, left, left, left. Together, 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 and left, left, left. Then we're going to link right arms. Watch, don't do it. Da, da, da. And we go around just once, and then we switch. Left. Da, da, da. And we go around, and hey! On the last part. Okay. I detect, are there any blurters? Are there any blurters? Ready? Find your partner. Ready? And here you go. Right, right. Left, left, left. Together, together, together. And left, left, left. Right, right. Left, left, left. Together, together, together. And left, left, left. Right hook. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Left. Da, everyone breathe in and let it go. Take another deep breath. Breathe to your toes and let it go. One more deep breath all the way to your pinky toes.
Pinky toe? I can't even reach that.
And let it go. Thank you. Thank you for breathing. This is the part of the song. It's time to listen. I'm waiting for you. If you need some help, I'll help you sit outside for a minute. If you don't want to miss the dance, it's so fun. So this is the part of the song where you get to go around and without saying a word after you do that. And then you have to be listening because eventually it's going to be at the end and you'll start back again with Sasha, ras, dra, tri. It happens about 4 or 5 times, 6 times.
So we have to do handshake 2 times.
We're going to start with thank you for clarifying questions. We're going to start with the Sasha and the hand clap. Or the ras, das, tri. And then we're going to go with that same partner that you started into the hand claps and the little promenades. That's what it's called when you link arms, promenade. Actually, we'll call it do-si-do because a lot of kids know it as do-si-do. I'm sorry, let me take that back. Right? Do you know that as do-si-do?
Yeah.
And then when you walk around saying hello, that is as though you're promenading. Okay? So you're walking around and you're promenading through the room without making any sounds. It's completely silent. And then do not even think about finding a partner that you know. Find a partner that you do not know. Can you say, I don't want to be your partner?
Oh. I know. We know everybody in this class.
I know you do. I'm just pretending though. Okay,
Wait,
ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Start with another partner. Shake your partner's hand. Is there anybody without a partner? Do that silently. Does anybody not have a partner? Right here. Do you see that? Right there. All right, here we go. Sasha, Sasha, raz, three. Left, 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 together, together. Do-si-do, right. Stop. Sit down. Shh, I'm waiting for it to be completely silent. Did you remember to not blurt out? We've had some technical difficulties. My iPad is not talking to the school's television here that would normally, it was just a minute ago, but it booted me out. Anyways, to make a long story short, you have to be very quiet so that you can hear the music, all right? That's a part of the reason why we're doing it quietly. And just to hold on with your question just a minute. This is the promenade part. Listen. Start again. Sit down. Do that silently. Stand up. Sasha, Sasha, raz, два, три. Right, right, right. Left, left, left. Left, left, left. Right, left. Do-si-do. I'm just wondering, did anybody hear the Sasha, Sasha, thing?
No.
Raise your hand if you could hear it. Some people heard it. Raise your hand if you could not hear it. Can we help out the people that cannot hear? Can we help out by, I want you to just practice going locomotor. I want you to practice right now, pretending like you're little dots in a frying pan that's super hot. And you're just bouncing around without making any sound. Go. Oh, I hear sounds. No sounds. No sounds. No sounds. No sounds. And stop. Sasha. Sasha. That was 80% better. Can we make it
100?
Can we make it 100?
Yes!
Try to do it as a penguin with your mouth going like this. Ready, and here you go. And ready, say, Sasha.
Sasha, Sasha,
Was that 100% better?
yeah!
All right, here we go. So you have to do it that way, 100% better. Get ready. Find your partners. Ready? And I see a conglomeration over here, and we don't allow conglomerations. Okay, you have to stay separate from each other during this song. Here we go. Can we do it with the penguins? Try it again. Ready? And okay, walk carefully. Do not run. Okay. Walk carefully. I'm watching. Penguins, go. Gestures. Find it. Keep your walking. Stop. Thank you. Awesome. Ready? Oh, here we go. Thank you. Ready? And here we go. Sasha.
Sasha,
How did you do that? That was 100% better. You were ready. Do it that way with the song. Here we go. Hold on just a second. Here we go. Sasha. Uh-oh, just a second. I was at the wrong spot. Okay, so I think the place that you start to get a little noisy is when you do your do-si-do. I noticed that. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
So be very careful. We all know we love the do-si-do. Here we go. Ready? New partner? New partner? Ready? And ready? Oh. Practice being partners quietly. Here we go. Are you okay? Doing okay? Sasha. Go back to your original places. Original places, please. Oh, that was a fun beginning. I really like this side of the classroom. Do you know what I'm noticing on this side of the classroom? I'm noticing on this side of the classroom right now that they were able to get back to their spots without making any sound. And they were also able, and they're girls and boys are doing great on this side. They're also able to put their hands in their laps and to put their eyes towards the beginning of the class. That is going to help you immensely with this next part. We have a song that's kind of that one was very happy, wasn't it? It was kind of a jolly one. Yes, and I see your hands. And I want a hand for this. Does this one sound jolly or maybe different? Raise your hand if you have an idea. Yes, I see your hand. It doesn't sound happy, does it? It sounds kind of somber. There was an old woman all skin and bones. Ooh. Does that sound sad or does it sound happy? Scary and sad. And I'm wondering where your places are. To get the ticket for this next song, you're going to need to be in your spot. And I think you're right over here. It is scary and sad. And I'm looking. What's the matter?
It was his idea. I didn't want to hear it. They were holding each other's fish like this.
I've been a teacher for about 3 years, different settings, and I want to make sure everyone's going to
You're not.
Where's it at? Okay. We're going to talk about the different instruments in our room here. We have to be very careful with the instruments. And I'm going to let this side go first because you're doing a beautiful job of sitting with your eyes forward, especially this room. I'm wondering if we can go over to the instruments. He's not going to help us a little bit. Will you stand up, please? Follow me. And will you stand up, please? Follow me. Yeah, you right here. Thank you. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. So come right here, please. You and you. Thank you. Awesome. Come right here. One right here. Yeah, I'm just giving us a little more space. And one right here. Awesome. And thank you for spacing yourself out in your regular order. Okay. Yeah, you're supposed to be over here.
I don't like that song. It sounds scary.
All right, we're going to give you a job with your limbs here. It'll keep you busy. Yes, ma'am. All right, one right here. Excuse me, right here. She can. I think at this age she can tie her own shoes. Okay. All right. Okay, you can help her out. Thank you for being a good friend. So we're going to find different instruments back here, and notice how I come and I pick up an instrument, always so carefully. And for this one in particular, normally we have a little ring that these lie upon. My triangle, I have to work hard to pull the sound out. There are two things that I'm going to work hard at. One is that I have a tiny grasp instead of a tight grasp on them. Because if I have a tight grasp, it gives it a little bit of tension so that it doesn't ring. If I keep it loose, it rings better. Did you hear that? Instead of this? Yeah. It allows it to vibrate if I can make a circular motion from it and to give it some follow through. It makes the tone just kind of ring out. It would work really well. You have the correct holder. Thank you for waiting with your questions. So when I get my instrument, raise your hand if you remember what we're supposed to do with it. At the very beginning of the class, we talked about it. And yes, sir.
We're not supposed to hit so hard on the ground.
Not supposed to hit hard on the ground. What was another rule? Yes, ma'am.
Make it in your spot.
Yes, and it goes in a particular spot, which is right in front of me. And I have to have much self-control and tell my instrument, please wait, okay? I'm looking for people that are sitting up nice and straight. We're going to talk about the instruments first, and then I'm going to call on the people that are sitting up with their voices off. We have another class of instruments that was called, was that metal or wood?
Metal. Wood. Metal.
This one here.
Oh, metal.
Metal. This is
Wood.
Class, wood. This will be very effective with our kind of spooky sound.
Just kidding.
What is it called? I heard it just a little bit. Yes, I'm calling on someone that hasn't had a turn to answer anything today. You all have done a really good job of sharing, but I don't think I've heard your voice today. Can you tell me? You know what that's called? I'm putting you on the spot. If you're not sure, you can go. Maraca, I thought you might know. You seem like you might know.
Everybody here should know.
Yes, everybody should know. The maracas are very talkative instruments. They have to be very gentle. Hello, thanks for joining us. And you can go to your regular seat. Then we have some other instruments that I'm going to find over here.
Why love those?
And there's just a few more in case you need it because you're a rather large class. Class. Is this?
Yes.
Thank you. Class.
Yes.
Excellent responding. Is this a wood or a skinned instrument?
Skin.
Don't just blurt it out, right? Let people learn by you taking turns. Yes, ma'am. It is a skin, and we signify that, or we assign that because it's what's making the sound. It does have a wood on the outside, but the skin is what's making the sound. We have to be very careful with our hand drums. Our hand drums can take your palm, okay, or they can take your thumb. They can take your tippy tips, like that. Just for some ideas about
But they can't take your head like regular drums can.
Yes, and they cannot take the floor. Okay, if I see anybody that's having a hard time with that, I do have to help right quick. Yes, and I see your hand.
So you were just playing on the piano, right?
I was just playing, I'm sorry, one more time?
On the piano,
Are you a pianist?
yes.
I'm hoping.
Me too.
Okay, I have a special job for you. Oh, fun. All right. Now, we do have a lot of instruments to select from, and we also have some acting to do today. All right? So, we have some other metal instruments back here. I'm going to bring them to the front for just a minute so we can talk about them and classify them.
Please excuse this interruption. This is the final call. If you have any students that need to get picture retakes or staff that need to get picture retakes, please head on down now. Have a great day.
Anybody that hasn't had a picture that needs to have their picture?
I just took mine this morning.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, sir.
Do you have those things that like you, if you're like you have them, like you have them, like you just push them and make sound?
Push it and it makes it sound. I don't think I have this, but I have that castanet. This can actually be very rhythmic. This song is not going to be rhythmic though. This song is what we're going to kind of assign characteristic sounds with. So how can I make a squeaky sound with a castanet? Is a castanet a wooden instrument or a skinned instrument?
Both.
I see your hand. Right behind you. This woman here is not, or this young woman has not had a chance yet.
Is that both?
It is both. It's got some plastic, and the castanet also has some wood, but the wood is what's vibrating. So I consider this a wood. Yeah, it's a wood instrument. So we'll put it over here with the woods. And let's see. Oh, we've got some wonderful instruments here. How about this? Originating from Latin America. Go-go bells.
Wait, are we gonna have any of those stand things where you rub together?
Sands. We could also do the sand blocks if we want to.
Yes.
Those are back there. All right. And the other instruments, these are the special permissions. Some of them are very, very fragile. Okay.
Fragile.
Now, there was an old woman, all skin and bones. Can you come with me? What is the character in this song?
Woman.
There was an old woman, all skin and bones. Who would like to be my old woman? Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay. Can you be the old woman for me?
Yes.
Okay.
Go.
All right. We're going to assign an old woman. where our stage is at, okay? Are you ready? So, yes, you have a question.
I always put my volleyball songs.
We're going to do just this song.
I'm a demon.
So we have the old woman, and I'm wondering what kind of a sound can we make for the old woman? Yes, would you like to? I like the way you're singing. Yeah, you may pick it up, and then you need to carry it back. That's a pretty jolly sound. That's a pretty jolly sound. How about one of these here? An old woman, and the skins have a really cool part. Yeah, if you want to do that with the old woman, go back to your spot and tell your instrument to be super quiet. I'll skin it. Now, in our song, we're also going to have the opportunity. Thank you for listening. We have an instrument time in the song, and we also have a choir part in the song.
Choir?
There was an old woman, all skin and bones. And then I'm going to wait for that to stop, and as a conductor, we're all going to come in together on this. And that's where you play. Listen to the rest of the story. She lived down by the old graveyard. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Somebody, would you like to be graveyard? We're gonna kind of create a graveyard scene. And again, the stage is over here. Yes. Just a minute. I'll call on you. One, two. Okay, and 3, 4, 5. Graveyards. Go. I'm going to have another really spooky spot. So, as the graveyard up here, you would be just scattered about. And how could you be in the graveyard? What would you be?
All the keys on the piano. Like all the
Maybe you're going to be like a goblin or a ghost.
Or zombie! Zombie!
Raise your hand if you have an idea. What other things, excuse me, you're going to have to go down if you, I can't wait your turn. Hold on, I'm much self-control. I know it's the hardest instrument.
Oh, I know what they could be. I sing a song.
What other ways could the graveyard be? I'm looking for hands. Yes, ma'am.
No! Zombies.
Like zombies?
Oh, I know.
Yes, I see your hand. Yes. I'm asking someone that has their hand up. Yes. Stone. Like this. Like maybe the graveyard stone. You could even be like, you don't have to be standing. It is going to be in one place. But you could be just sitting there like this. And ready to come up.
Wait, I know what they could
in the song like that.
No, I would know what
Okay. Hold on, you need your wings right now.
Wait, I know what they could
Just a minute, please.
Oh, I could be one of those zombies.
And one night she decided to take a walk. Who is the character?
The woman like him.
Class. Isn't it kind of fun when a guy can play out being an old woman?
Yeah.
I think it's really kind of interesting, actually. So we're not going to joke about that. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
We need to find class.
Yes.
We have the sound for the old woman. We need to have a sound designated for when she takes a walk. Yes, ma'am, I see your hand. Thank you for keeping that very quiet. It takes much self-control. What was the rule that we said about helping it? Put it in front of you on the floor, and that way it won't misbehave. Yes. Would you like to come pick out an instrument for walk? And let's save the drum for a very special spot. I see your hand. You may go next. Okay, to take a walk, and you can go from the basket, everything but the hand drum maybe. Let's save the hand drum for the last part. There's a part in the last part that is a very loud sound that goes. So that's why I like to sing it.
Let me guess. She gets eaten by a zombie.
So any of the other instruments that are up here, take a walk, or back here, there's instruments as well. We have güiros, we have sand blocks back there.
That works.
Yeah, sand blocks would be a cool idea.
Yeah, it's like her feet are dragging
We
on
have
the
the
ground.
güiro.
Please don't be in the night.
We're working hard. Our eyes are off. Our eyes are on, rather, and our mouth is off. And I'm looking for the next part. She walked down by the old graveyard. And I see your hand right there. Yes. Can you make a sound for that? Walking down by the old. So something that sounds like a graveyard. Or back here if you want to.
I have a question.
Okay, just a minute. We're going to answer questions right at the. I used to be.
I
think you did great. Okay. And then we had too much chatter. Too much chatter. Thank you for not blurting. She saw the bones of lying around. Okay, we need bones lying around. Yes, ma'am. Can you make something like sounding like bones? I'm wondering if you pick the metal. The metal's going to be held right here. And while she's looking, yeah. Why don't you pick one that's different, just so it's different? What are you guys doing? So you hold it.
That's something on your eye. Oh, she's a wise woman.
Class,
We have a bandit in here.
tell your instruments to be quiet.
Quiet.
You don't blurt out. Thank you. That's
Quiet.
disruptive. Class, are you doing 100% on your...
You're louder than you guys are at your class.
We need someone else for the graveyard. Sit down. Excuse me, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Graveyard, can you just lie down, sit down for just a minute? And old woman, could you just sit down for a minute to just stay organized with the class? Thank you. All right, we're almost finished, and you're working together on that one sound with the triangle. And did we find the graveyard? Who was assigned? Someone is looking for the graveyard. I just picked you, or I just sent you back. Yes, would you like to do the graveyard? Yes. Okay, go find a sound for the graveyard. We've got lots of sounds. She saw the bones a-lying around. Can you find something that sounds like bones lying around? Graveyard. Just something that sounds kind of like a graveyard. Just yeah. Try something. I'm not gonna pick this violin.
That could be the bone.
Going back to your spot.
How do you do that? You just quiet. You're so scary.
Yes, I see your hand. And I see your hand too, and I see your hand. She went to the, okay, we need 2 more actresses. Okay, raise your hand. You've already got an instrument, I've assigned it, right? Can you be the closet? The closet door over
There's
here.
a closet? Oh, hell no.
She went to the closet. So you're going to pretend like you're in the closet? She went to the closet to get a broom. Okay, a broom. Yes, we'll take the broom. And could you make a closet sound? Find a closet sound?
What do I do then?
You're going to come up here and you're going to act out being a broom. Something that hasn't kind of sound yet. Find a broom sound.
Jesus, please don't take me right now. Please. Wait, I know the sandlockers. They can make that sound. Wait, the sandlockers can make sound. You like closet. Sandlockers can make the boom sound.
Tell your instruments 100% quiet. Put them down in front of you. Are you remembering? Are you remembering actors? The last very part of the song, listen, it goes, she opened the door. So you're going to pretend like you're opening the door of the closet. And boo. So when we say boo, that's your part.
What is gonna go here?
Okay, all right. Thank you for putting, and if you have a question, now is the time to raise your hand. You need one, don't you?
Yeah,
Did you fortify the drums? Will you both get stems? Because we're going to need a lot of stems.
Is this grade taking place in the night or
I'm going to try to dim the lights. This one will be good.
Why is it gonna boom? Why is it gonna boom?
They went to the door and boom. I'll show you in just a second. Now everybody, to bring this together, is we're going to say, ooh.
I don't know how to do that.
Graveyard, are you ready? Oh, some of the instruments need to go back because they're not listening. You may come back to your instrument. Show me your best listening ears. You don't have one. Will you please go get a scan? Go get a Love that. You're going to need to get a handle. One, two, three. Eyes on me. Eyes. Instruments are down on the floor. Graveyard is in place. Strike your pose. All right, I'm going to ask for hands raised if you have a question. We only have 5 minutes, so do not be talking. All right, we're going to be listening. Yes. Excuse me, there's people that have instruments in their hands, and there are people that are talking while he is asking his question. Is that okay?
No.
Ask yourself for 100% today. We only have 5 minutes to accomplish this. Put your instruments on the ground. That's the best way to make them behave. On the ground. I see almost all the instruments on the ground. I need one more instrument on the ground. One more instrument on the ground. Good listening instrument. Awesome. Is there anybody that did not get an instrument? Raise your hand. You're being a part of the action, right? You weren't assigned an action? Okay, please go get a scan then, because we need a big sound on the boom. All right. Yes, I see your hand. Instruments. I see 2 instruments that are coming out of their places. Put your instrument in its place. Yes, that's fine, sir. Yes, I see your hand. Question. Please don't talk. Thank you.
Never mind.
Yes. I see your hand.
Is this good? I can be like close to the closet when she opens it?
Yes. If we, class.
Yes.
Isn't it interesting when in your classroom you kind of come up with a new idea on your own that nobody's told you and your teacher hasn't told you, and it just works because you're trying your hardest to put yourself into that character and into that moment? Absolutely. If there's some way that you can kind of change things up a little bit, yeah, this is just our first try too. So, all right, graveyard, are you completely still? Frame of silence. What does that mean? That's what I do to conduct it. Yes, I see your hand. No, that's at the very end. Boom. It's very dramatic.
Is something going to eat the old woman?
Excuse me.
Oh!
Excuse you. Excuse you. Excuse me. Instruments, I don't understand. Why are your instruments up? Put your instruments on the floor. Until you're part of the play. All right? Yes, question. If it's a D. On the right. We are going to be the graveyard. Yes, very good. Last question.
When William's
Some of the sounds are really quiet, so you need to be 100% quiet when you're working on this, friends. Ready? There was an old woman, all skin and bones. I should do it just the clock. Yeah. That's right. She lived down by the old graveyard. One night she thought she'd take a walk. Where's my walking sound? Good. That's it. She walked down by the old graveyard. She went to the, I think you're the graveyard. Can we say that again? Can we just pull you into the graveyard? Okay, that'll be a really good sound. Be so quiet that you can hear this very subtle sound. Next to her, very quiet. She walked beside the old graveyard. I'm gonna wait. She went to the closet to get a broom. Open the closet. She opened the door and strike a pose. Oh, can we practice that last one? And everybody freeze whatever you did. It was perfect. It's just that you need to create an ending of frame. She went to the door and boom. Oh, let's try it again. She went to the door and freeze. Freeze. When the audience claps, you take a bow. We're gonna watch them. Class, class, class.
Yes, yes, yes.
We need to get the instruments away with our most careful.
What happens next is
Excuse me, with your most careful walking through the aisle. Would you ever put away if you were a scan without making a sound? Can I get the actors and the actresses to come back to their original spot? If you are a medal, would you put your medal away? If you are I think I said if you were an actor or an actress, would you go back to your original spot? If you are a wooden instrument, would you please put your instrument away? Do we have all the instruments? Sit up straight and tall. Thank you. We have a special treat. 3, 2, 1. Voices are off. Breathe in. While your teacher comes back, may I just compliment you? You did a beautiful job putting your instruments away, and when you listen, oh my goodness, you are spot on. Can you do the same? And I want you to think of an idea as, tell me your name, I'm sorry. As Trent finishes up, we're gonna let him just play just a little bit. Put your hands down for a second, okay? And we'll get back to this if we get the time, all right? Just a moment. Let's listen, and let's listen to see if there's something that we can compliment. Go. I think your teacher is here, so we are going to line up. Wait, the first row line up, please. First row. Second row. Third row. Fourth row. Fifth row. I saw 2 hands. 1, 2, 3. Eyes on me.
No. She got a part at the start. No. Yes. Yes.
Work it out. Okay. Wait just a second. I'll come on with me. Okay, the rest of you can go outside for just a minute. I'm sorry we didn't have time to give that beautiful compliment. Thank you, Dan. Oh my goodness, that was just right for our day.
Stop it.
Yes, and I'm sorry we didn't have every solo that you wanted to. Just those 2 people. Can I just help you out for just a second? And I'll help you get back to class. Okay, go ahead. The rest.
We're going to go ahead and walk down the ramp. You're not going to talk to Mrs. Sun's class. You're going to stop and face forward, stop and follow the ramp. And we are not going to talk. Thank you. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Emily, let's turn around. Come on. William, the train is leaving. Whoever put your shirt on properly.
So let's listen and let's take some of that in so that we can do a better job the next time. You know, we're all learning together. We're all learning. Thank you for your good comments to each other. Hello, this is
I'm number 10. I'm number 1.
And those that are sitting down are going to be able to help me out today at the very beginning. I'm looking for someone that's sitting down with their voices off, crisscross applesauce, and can you put your listening ears on? We're going to go to a party at the beginning of our class, okay?
Really?
Yes, and we're going to travel to a party in a different country, okay? It is not in America. This song probably originated at a park somewhere or a shopping center, perhaps in Russia. It's kind of a pop thing that they do when they get together with parties, almost like we would do the Mazarina or something like that in America. Yeah, do any of you know that dance? Your moms and dads might know it. You would go home and you ask them tonight and say, do they know that song? But this one is called Sasha, okay? We're going to say hello during the song. We're going to travel around and locomote. Does anybody know what that means if you were to say a hello gesture first? Yes, I love your raised hand. Thank you for not learning. Yes, you're greeting someone, like a gesture, like you're coming into a party and you want to get to know a person maybe that you don't know. We're going to pretend like we don't know each other in this classroom. Yes? Yeah, you kind of have your own gesture as you come into your classroom. That's really cool. So you may do your gestures, but there's one thing that you may not do. No hugging, no giggling, no talking out. Can you walk kind of quickly?
No.
Yes, you can walk quickly, almost like molecules in a frying pan. Like think of little drops in the sizzling around the frying pan. They make a sound that's kind of quiet, but you can hear it if you turn your and notice, right? So what you're going to be doing as you're walking around is you're noticing people saying what to you?
Well, no.
Yes, that is your job when you're walking around, okay? I'll answer questions in just the beginning. That is the end of the movement, really. That is the end. You say goodbye, and then you say hello to a new partner. Now, when you're playing a partner song, let's talk about what is acceptable or what is the best behavior that you can have when you're picking a partner. Somebody that hasn't had a chance. Yes, ma'am. Say it really loud in your big boom voice. Being respectful. That is true. A part of being respectful, is it respectful for me to say, no, I can't be your partner, you're not my friend, or all those kinds of things like that? No, we want everybody to get acquainted during this, right? Yes, sir, I see your hand. Thank you so much for your patience. Go ahead. Yeah, can you think of another way? Yeah? Yes, go ahead. Being kind, right. A way you can be kind is by noticing people.
Yeah.
And when it gets to somebody that you don't know, just being willing-hearted, right? It doesn't matter if it's a guy or a girl. The other thing that no pushing, exactly. Those are all kindness ideas. The other thing that you must be careful about is not to kind of conglomerate in a group. So for instance, let's pretend like there's a group right here. and everybody's like getting around in this group. Is that going to help me to move around the pan very easily? No, so you try to kind of go around it and weave a path. That's what I'm trying to think of. Yes?
Don't play rough.
Don't play rough. Don't play rough. Yes, sir. I see your hand.
No hitting.
No hitting, no touching of any kind. Yeah, during this kind, no touching, and also what else do we say? No.
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 Yes, go ahead.
No yelling.
No yelling. No.
No arguing.
No arguing. Yes.
No pulling hair.
Hair, saying there, pulling hair. Yes.
What's that recording video over there?
Oh, this is to help me out because I'm taking a class right now, and I might use some of this. I'm only filming me, okay, so that I can turn it in for my class. It's like an assignment. Yes, I see your hand. Real quickly.
No screaming.
Last question, no screaming and no blurting out of any kind when you're moving around. So I would like you to stand up and do this practicing. Okay. Find a partner. Real quick, like just find a partner, and you're going to be saying so long really fast. Raise your hand if you don't have anybody yet, so that they can find you. Awesome. This is the first part of our song. I promised you that I would teach you a different language. Say, ras, dos, three.
Das, three.
It's just
Das,
three. It's like ready, set, go.
Das, three.
It's like ready, set, go.
Das, three.
And I love that he's playing his
Das,
piano
three.
to start with.
Das, three.
Yes, you know this song, don't you? We're going to say, Sasha, ras, das, three. Raise your hand if you know this. Yes, you know this. Awesome. Some of us don't know it, so that's why I'm teaching it. Yes. So we're going to go. Sasha, ras, das, three. And then you're going to take your right hand. And you're going to take your right hand and go right, left, left. Together, and left. Can I borrow you? 3, 2, 1. Sit down. Apples. Sit down. Apples in a basket. My friend here, Owen, is going to be my partner for just a minute. Owen, have you ever played patty cake before? Okay. So he's going to take his right hand. Watch. He's going to say 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to switch to the other side. Left. Together, and left, and then we do it again. Right, left. Together, and left. And this is where we say goodbye. No, not yet. I'm sorry, my mistake. Don't say goodbye yet. We're going to do the do-si-do that links arms. We're going to go right hand first, right arm first. So get your right arm ready. And we're going to link up, and we're going to go ba 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 and stop. And then we're going to go left, da 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 da. Hey! At the end of your do-si-do. All right. Find your partner and let's practice that.
Oh my gosh.
Go back.
Okay, fine.
3, 2, 1. Breathe in.
Two. I'll go. It's so good.
Breathe out.
Come on,
Breathe
three.
in.
That's three.
Breathe out. Right here. Someone right here. And we need my partner. Raise your hand if you don't have a partner. All right. 1, 2, ready, go. Right. Left. Together, and left.
Okay.
Together, and left. Freeze. Let's start at the beginning now.
Rock on.
Dos, three.
That's three.
That's where you're going to start.
Three.
All right.
So easy to say this.
Here we go.
What's up?
Now, I can tell this is going to be tricky. I'll have to stop it if we can't move without making sound because my computer did not connect very well. I'm going to fix it later on. So, listen carefully.
Do you know what last means?
Sasha, raz, das, three. Right, left, together. Right, together. Sasha. And left. Hey. Sasha, raz, das, three. Raise your hand if you cannot hear the music. I want you to do this as if you
Hello.
in somewhere in the
Like a movie theater.
yeah, like that's so quiet that you would never dream of talking. A library, maybe a synagogue.
What's a synagogue?
It's a type of church, cathedral, a chapel. One of those settings, or walking by your little sleeping sister. Go. Can you go? Can you travel around without making a sound like this? Oh my goodness, how did you do that?
I don't know.
Oh, you didn't even pretend like you were making a sound. Now, that spot where you're locomoting around, it's to say goodbye and hello to your new partner. If you listen carefully to the music instead of making sounds, you're going to hear after that, Sasha, Ras, Das, Three, and don't think about finding your partner till the part. Please leave my drum silent, or the Mr. Nelson's drum silent. Thank you. Are you ready? Eyes, eyes, eyes. Okay, so we are at the spot where it's beginning. So at the very beginning, I can't have you do that. I'm sorry. At the very beginning, ready?